let's do it. Let's finally beat CrossWorlds. After all, I did end the previous episode at the final boss, so it's not like there was too much left to do. Really, it just took me sitting down and fighting the boss for 20 minutes or so, because I was mostly struggling with that one monochrome section that I died at last time. Everything else with the boss I think I got down pretty well, including sections like this one, but that part is very fast and does not leave you any time to heal, which is why as soon as I got past it, I was able to finish the fight just fine. It's also why I'm starting out at the second half, because, well, it's pretty much the exact same fight that you saw in the previous episode. I tried out a bunch of different things, like strategies. This one probably worked the best, trying to use some of the dash attacks so that some of the gods, especially the fire god that dashes towards you, would instead dash into the many, many traps that are laid down on the ground. But aside from that, things like trying to hit with the element that I just destroyed, trying to hit with the opposite of the element that I just destroyed to see if the boss breaks faster, didn't seem to do much of anything. So it was just all spamming that electricity attack over and over. It's very good single target damage. I actually meant to use the fire attack there, not dash into him with the electricity attack, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, still cheesing this out as much as possible by getting a ton of healing and regen, especially with the whole mooncake thing. Yes, I bought a whole bunch of those, why not use them? It's either that or the durian, which just gives me a ton of extra attack power as well. Both two very good options that I spent a lot of money on for no apparent reason earlier in the game. And it really does take the boss a lot longer to recover in the second half, which is something that I should have thought about a little bit more when I was trying to spam as many attacks as possible. Makes it a bit easier to break him in that phase. Alright. Just trying to prevent the whole charging thing from finishing up. I don't know if I ever actually showed it, but what happens is that the element-specific attacks that come after this phase are faster, and you start to get, like, they double up at some points if you don't manage to break each one of the planets. It's just a more powerful version of the attack, and it's something that I have dealt with before, because I messed up the whole shooting the graphite ball into the things, but it's really, yeah, it's not entirely terrible. Did finally learn that the way you want to approach the fire thing, after I don't even know how many attempts, is that you want to go towards them when they're coming at you. Because if you try and go away, they will catch up with you. Also, I've gotten at least slightly faster at dealing with this attack. Slightly. Okay, this is the one. And yeah, you can't stay really close to it because that does still deal damage. Its spikiness does do stuff. Yeah. There, and I guess I must have died last time right as the attack was about to end. Because I'm fairly certain, yeah, that was about the point that I died, if I remember the episode well. So everybody starts attacking all at once now, but really, I got, like, all these patterns down pretty well. As you can see, I've already got the fire god broken and killed. Because like I said, the whole dash attack was actually very effective. Should have used it on a few more of the other gods here, but I don't know. Dash attacks and guard attacks I have not been using nearly as much as I should in the game. Got parries down a little bit better by this point, especially for this boss and the other final boss of the game. But still wasn't that good. Like, especially using the proper like guard arts, which can otherwise give you just perfect parries automatically. And that is so tricky, giving me this really tiny arena here. Mess it up each time that it appeared in this fight. Oh, man. 5 hit points. And I meant to hit the cross sandwich, but whatever. They're both pretty effective with the sort of gear that I'm rocking right now anyway. So yeah, it was the first time that I got past the monochrome phase that I did beat this, but it's like also still down to 5 hit points of the 4,000 that I had. Yep, dash right into that, give me a little bit of extra healing. Yeah, judging when the enemies are going to be dashing or, you know, running towards you, basically, does make it a lot easier to, like, hit them with attacks. Parrying, of course, the wave one especially does help, too. And there we go. Since the recovery time takes a lot longer, I really fully expected to have to beat all 4 of them to force them into the recovery mode, but nope, didn't happen that way. But yeah, extra recovery time means we're done. Although Shock Shield was a unwelcome surprise, doesn't matter though. Now, of course, here's the real question. Is it truly over? Because, I don't know. This does seem to be the message from the sky, whatever. It looks like a big metallic ball, but what do you got? Another boss? Another one of the crazy... Oh, of course. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Which is putting the big spiky graphite ball into the larger ball. Is it New Game Plus? Are you trying to make an in-game version of New Game Plus? Is that what you're telling me here? Or is this just the lead into the next game? I swear to God. Hey, nice. I don't know if one is going to make too much of a difference, but I suppose we'll see. It's a big old gate. Uh-huh. Is this the DLC? Oh, it's the old Binding of Isaac, if only everyone was as generous as you sort of thing, eh? It's just, it's where it's not revealed until a lot more people do it or something. I guess it is an MMO. Sure, whatever. That fits, I suppose. Mm-hmm. They already said they were working on another video game, which is why that's kind of what I was thinking. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a... Let's be honest here. It's a very video game thing. So I think that is a fair ending for CrossWorlds. Might be like a... is that a Destiny reference, maybe? Was it something... The New Horizons seems familiar. I'm not entirely sure. And of course, like the Purple Corruption did seem to be reminiscent of the whole Vermilion Wasteland, but that was obviously not actually implemented into the game in any way. Yeah, hey, so I won the race regardless. And it only took doing half of it already once before, as you do. It was a good one. I mean, we did that before with the monk. Don't you remember? He was a cool dude. I already forgot his actual name. Yeah, makes sense. Uh-huh. Really took your time. Coming through the... I mean, I would expect... You know, let's be honest. It's like it was not actually diegetic that I lost that many times against the final boss. I think that Apollo would have an easier time there. Yeah, I can tell. I was honestly expecting a lot more for that final phase, but didn't quite. It was mostly just the same thing as the third one. I guess the big black hole thing was kind of the capper to the boss fight more than anything else. Yeah, I mean, look, we all remember the PvP fight against Shizuka. I mean, she did not stand a chance here. I can't remember. Was the one that I actually showed in the video the one where I beat her so quickly that we actually did a rematch? It was a stomping of legend. Yes, I already took several though, so we're continuing on here. Maybe doing the final side quest that I have as well. Yeah, I think that's probably a fair assessment. So, no? Unless? No. Yep, it's a big spiky ball, everybody. We did it. We made the big spiky ball and opened up the portal, the Stargate to the sequel. I don't know. I thought when they said that they were creating a new one, a new game, that it was going to be, you know, something different. That's right, slopes. It's hard to create in a 2D space. Although I want to say probably like, oh, there's the final chest. Okay, I was wondering about that. 15 to 16 here. Yeah. Oh, also notice the got a whole fancy thing for the gate here too. Yeah. Let me guess. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going to be that. I knew, because that was the only thing that I had left to do, like, in the entire temple. It's just there. Okay, yeah. All right, we'll check that one out afterwards too. And hey, there's another one of these log things. I was wondering if I was going to see any more of those, because, yeah, I was thinking that it's like, got a few of them at the very start of the DLC. Could not find the rest of them until now. What do you got? Is that... No, there's even one more. Probably in the MacGuffin area. What do you got? The Phoenix. I feel honored to be part of the game. That's right. Radical fish contact? No, that's not true. None of this is true. None of this is true at all. Okay. Well, let's go see what's up with Tron. Obviously, I think that's probably the most pressing matter, and then I can go do all the side content. Because I think this is probably... Yeah. Look, I want to check out the side content, especially after gaining the MacGuffin coin, but, you know. He was here, yeah. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. I thought it was going to be something like this, because as of right now, it was all going only too well. The whole reconciliation and everything like that. Now, it also doesn't surprise me at all that Sidwell would have something in store to get rid of loose ends. He's a very pragmatic guy in that way. Yeah? Oh, no, this is even worse then. Unless there was. Oh, we're gonna get like a little Vermilion land return? I mean, well, I suppose it's gonna be a lot easier to do with this level now, right? Well, yeah. Yeah, that would also explain the little areas, the bunker areas inside of the Vermilion Wasteland that specifically had memories tied to Leah and Lucas back then as well. Didn't really think too much of that at the time, but yeah, that makes sense now that it's like, you know, we were seeing the inside of Lucas's apartment, for example. I mean, we also have the cup. We could go do the cup or something. That's just the basic recreation of a lot of that stuff. Yeah, it's a good boss fight. Definitely the most challenging of the game. Now, this would also be a good time to end an episode, except, yeah, it just kind of started it. And I think I have a pretty good idea of exactly who that other person is supposed to be. Somebody they referenced at the beginning of the DLC, and we never really got to see since. And to be honest, I was also wondering if that was ever going to come up again. Yeah? Well, yeah. And I mean, that's probably the way you want to do it, but I mean, come on, also. We want to see what happens. I want to see the story past this point. All right. I mean, there is definitely more stuff to be doing, I suppose. Chapter 13, the final dungeon. So am I on chapter 14 now? Kind of surprised that there would be another one at this point in time. Well, I guess I'll go see what, like, how long the side content takes me, and maybe come back again? I honestly don't know. This seems sort of like a big thing at this point in time. But, well, obviously, number one thing to do is to go right over to, you know, the MacGuffin thing. Come on, let's at least see what that is. Look, it's explicitly meant to be giving you a little bit of extra time here. I think I at least deserve to see what that is. It's that was an inappropriately long quest, needless to say. So, come on, it's got to be something good, right? Right. What do we got? I don't have the guys around here talking anymore. Now, come on, throw it in. Slam and jam it right in there. And it's just a chest. It's not even a fight or anything. Ancient cups. What does that mean? What is an ancient cup? I'm sure it's definitely going to be worth it, right? Unlocks the ancient cup and ancient boss cup. Well, that seems interesting. I'm going to guess right now that's the Calero Temple guys. Okay, sure. You know what? That actually, I mean, I'm not going to say that's the most interesting stuff or anything like that, but hey, it makes sense, certainly. Is that 100% of all treasures everywhere once again? I do believe it is. Let me take a quick check. Yeah, rhombus, yeah. Looking all pretty saucy, if I do say so myself. Well, the cargo ship's not going to have anything. Vermilion Wasteland. Yeah. I wonder if, once again, that would doing this is another chance to go back and get those chests that you could have possibly missed. Probably not. Well, let's go see what the Ancient Cup is real quick. And then one of the side quests I'm going to go do live here, because why not? Quest completion 100%. I feel accomplished. No, wait. It's you, right? Oh, right. That one. Ha! Gold rank. Nailed that one last time. Way better than I thought I would. Yeah, okay. Is it really just the final boss? Not like, I guess it would largely just be the elemental statue guys, right? Those are kind of the only other bosses in the air. Whatever, that would be fine. Level 85, Jesus. An ancient team cup, yeah, okay. Boy, do I not want to fight the pillars anymore. Why did you need 3 coins to get that? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I do have the the very first part of this quest lined up, which I'm literally showing right now. I can only hope if I'm not, I really screwed something up. But yeah, it's all a pretty simple startup. Saw a little bit of that back in Bakikum when I was hanging around there earlier, but didn't. And then when I was also trying to grind for materials, but didn't really finish too much from that point. So just find the right area, get over there. Well, I'm sure it's still playing out on screen right now. From what I remember, it's just like there's still a decent amount of dialogue. Yep. All right, right next to the perfectly regular cactus. Still disappointed nothing like that appeared in the archipelago. Anyway. What a difficult fight. No, come on. I wanted to hit him. I wanted to kill him in one hit, but I guess the game was not interested in making me look cool. I suppose I don't blame it, but still. Hey, what's this? Yeah, well, I mean, superiority to say the least. They did not even... The first time that I did this, I knocked those things all out in one hit. It was pretty impressive, but yeah. Supercomputers and all that. All right. I mean, secret entrance, it's pretty easy to find. Considering that it is showing a bunch of glowy stuff going right over here to the... Yeah, you remember the long piece area is supposed to be just a bunch of Tetris blocks, which I still think is... What a strange decision on the part of the developers. Whatever, it doesn't matter, because here I am. Let's go. Yeah, I was originally thinking that this was just going to be largely a small little thing, but no, it seems to be pretty much an entire dungeon just by itself. Even have these rhombus square type of flooring here too, where you get like the concentric circles and all that all over the place. Birds, you say? Well, I've got good news. No, is it good news that there's another bird here to wreck up the place? Probably not. Also looking very reminiscent of the Pharaoh Temple dungeon as well. Might even be using the same music? Not entirely sure. Trying to remember. I remember all the tracks in this game pretty well at this point in time. Well, I suppose the big X probably would either indicate that upon pressing that, it would make the elevator disappear, or it's not working. Steve Brugger, you say? I'm feeling like Dr. Light. I think I get the reference. Really? What? Boy, there's a lot of weird references in this game, I'll say that. Yes. Many high-power weapons and all that. Nothing that compares to balls, though. The most powerful weapon in the entire game, I guess. I suppose I was going to say universe, but it's really not. There's a big universe out there. We don't know what it's all like. Yes, think of the possibilities. I mean, suppose there's no reason not to. Well, at least it was a nice workplace. This is not a Resident Evil lab, you know. I don't know why they decided to put it in a desert surrounded by lava and everything like that. I mean, that's probably not OSHA compliant, but at least, you know, it wasn't just a bunch of... Man, I gotta stop making Resident Evil games. Game references in this. Look, it already does enough references by itself. Oh, don't worry. Plenty of cool drinks being made around here. Now, harnessing the track power and Alcohol elementals. That was a lot less impressive of an elevator than I thought. Also, speaking of the Vermilion Wasteland, running around on pipes. It's been a little while, but boy, that was the nice. That was the number one thing I think of when I go to that when I went to that area. And the bridge is broken. I see. I want to read with the lore over there, though. Oh, well. This place is ripe for a boss fight, but I guess not. Well, at least they have the gigantic industrial fans. As always, every single base of any kind or futuristic anything requires a lot of those. They're spinning far too fast, though. Like you want to be more like this one here instead. That's right, everybody. It's poop. Great. Birds do not seem... I mean, I guess. We're going to take the local fauna and strap a bunch of weapons to them. This is a great idea. Because, you know, what I need when it comes to a gun to shoot people is for it to be strapped to the back of a feral house cat. Basically. That's the important part to me. Well, anyway. Okay, they're not being as friendly this time. Now, the real question, though, is why'd they give them these cool sunglasses? I mean, the cannons, obviously. Does that have any tactical advantage? I gotta say, I don't know how scorpion eyes usually work, but I cannot imagine that they are improved by that. Bam. Bam. And then the thing that tricked me up for a second is remembering mechanics all the way back from Pharaoh Temple. Like that. It's still relevant, even at this point in time. Once again, I appreciate that. You know, you think about like the way that a lot of Nintendo games, for example, kind of like use a mechanic and then drop it after that area. Or you get like, if you think about like the spinning like top thing in Twilight Princess, for example, I think is maybe the first thing I always think of with that. It's nice to have a little bit more long last... Oh. Right. I thought I was doing good there. But as it turns out, I wasn't. Doesn't matter. I'll get this easy. All I gotta do is just make sure that I line up these two things. And then bam, 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 and... finished right there. Done. Okay. I mean, it's like... It is a dungeon. It is a proper dungeon. Should not be a difficult dungeon, but I am still willing to... Well, I'm coming into this thing blind. Basically, that last thing that I did was the last thing that I did. So... What does this do? Probably resets the thing, if I was going to take any sort of guess. I mean, pretty much I'm just going to keep grabbing it until I cannot grab it, I guess, right? And then, yes, okay, that is exactly what it does. Ease of retrying. No, okay, no, so I can't actually... Oh, wait, of course. Wait, can I go... I'm supposed to ride on top of it, is the shtick that they're going for. Although, I think I want to go from here. Yes. Then how am I going to do this? Would that work? It actually did. Okay, I'm honestly somewhat shocked. You know, I do think I might have just been making that a little bit more complicated than it needed to be. It's just a hunch. Anyway, continuing on here, though. Probably, I'm going to just guess right now, getting a little bit trickier. Although, I got a feeling that, yeah, I'm probably going to want to do it like that, though, right? And there, and then... What's the best way? Is it just to do this? Yes, okay. So pretty much it looks like it's just be fast, right? I don't really see any very tricky motions or whatever that I'm supposed to be making, or like any sort of puzzle solving. Got it. Okay. Once again, just need to be fast. And then I guess this area over here is just a jump down. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't difficult, but I did kind of need a couple tries there to make it work. Hey, finally, lore. From Steve Brule. Yes, yes, the birds. I see. In other words, they wanted big cannons strapped to their back. Look, we've seen the Papa Gang. We know how it works. Oh, exactly. I see. Yep, great. Good job, guys. What do we got on the display? Mortal Chamber. Oh, boy. Time to test my mortality. The answer is negligible, because after all, I do just instantly respawn every time I die. Okay, okay, okay. Doing a take two on this one because I totally missed the gigantic weak spot on this boss, making the entire boss fight take way longer than it probably should have. All right, yeah, the Mecha Scorpion from Fallout, I suppose, is back and ready to go. Certainly giving the gigantic moth in the dungeon a run for its money, I suppose. But also, it's like level 60, so I shouldn't be having too big of a deal when it comes to fighting him, as you can see right there, now that I'm in the third phase right now. Also, speaking of the moth, hey, laser beams. I got okay at dodging them after a couple rounds of that. But yes, I did not notice at all that you weren't supposed to be hitting the head, the way that like Scorpion was covering its head and everything, and that the, stinger was the thing that was actually glowing there. It's like the fact that I'm such a high level and everything, I'm doing a decent amount of damage, even despite not hitting its weak point explicitly. 1, 2. Obviously, the phase that you missed is him doing that 2 times instead of 3 times. There, you don't even need to know about it. Oh, come on now. I feel like I should just go all in on this at this point. That's the other attack that it has. You get too close to the stinger, it just automatically zaps you. What? Come on. There we go. Sorry, Brule. Your ultimate bug with human eyes, for some reason, is done for. Figured out the whole, the lightning rod thing immediately, though, because, there's... Oh, it's over here. Because, according to Anton Chekhov, if you introduce a lightning rod in the first act, it has to be used by the second. Feel like I'm going to get something cool, right? Probably not. In fact, this is probably what you're supposed to do, and I should have just looked at the thing first. Oh, no, there's a chest here. Hey, wait a second. 36 of 36, but that's an extra chest. A cool bar. Simple and elegant. Wow, really? Oh, that's cute. All right. Yes. So I've seen. You had where? Oh, whatever. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. High-tech valve. That should be it, right? I'm going to assume that you need a valve to put steam in your Half-Life 3. Whatever, let's go on with it already. You get the references. All right, that should do this quest. I should have probably done this. I did not realize, for some reason I thought that because it wasn't shown on like the major quest hub area thing, that it wasn't going to be like something, that it was going to be something I want to do later or something. I don't know. It's a crowbar with glasses. I wonder where that one is in Homestead. Indeed. I also got this cool floating crowbar with glasses on. If you're at all interested in that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Fair enough. I understand. The price of technology and all that. All right. And that's a lot of money, too. Very nice. Maybe this other new secret facility exists as well. I don't know. Maybe? Well, it's a good thing that Eilite went knowing that his life's work was entirely what he wanted to accomplish. Anyway, is there anything else left to do? Just one real quick check. Oh, there is. I mean, I got like one episode left, so, you know. Need a challenge. Are you the ninja from before? Or are you like some sort of ultimate super boss? Well, either way, there is one other side quest that I did recently. The other one that is a little bit more level appropriate, which I'll show right now. This guy's been standing here the entire DLC, but now it's finally time to talk to him. And he looks like some kind of 80s anime character that I feel like I should recognize, but don't. Like he's supposed to be from Gundam or something. The style is just entirely different. If I was going to take any sort of guess, I would say he's either a reference or a backer character. But if he's a reference, I don't know to what. And the other backer characters didn't really look quite the same. Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm here to beat up a bunch of Hillcats who've been stealing dirt. As they do. I mean, it's supposed to be like a man-made island or something. And I guess that dirt could be at something of a premium. But also at the same time, why are they even here in the first place? Yeah, I mean, I've been so good at dealing with them before. I'm sure it's going to be great now. With the whole burrowing underground and generally being kind of difficult to dodge their attacks. Also, they're called car cats. Is that a reference? Maybe. Look, I wouldn't put it past this game. Have you seen this video game? Speaking of references, this one I at least recognize. Really leaning on the movie references in the DLC, aren't they? Well, all right. I mean, there's even more questions now that come up as to not even just how did they get here in the first place. If they have a teleporting car, why even bother with the dirt? Maybe it's a very short-range teleport. I don't know. Feels like they could have just, got a deal like the goats did instead. That car, again, looks like it is some sort of reference to something, like it's a toy or something like that. I don't know. I just, like, I feel like there's not a whole lot of references that I haven't gotten throughout the course of the game. Although I'm not entirely sure how Steve B. Rugal is supposed to be like Gabe Newell. I don't know. Anyway, this does also highlight one of the problems with floating cars, which is, why is everybody using a road? Why do you need roads if you have floating cars that apparently can just go over other cars, like it can fly? Even if it can't fly that high, it can clearly fly over the cars that are currently on the road. How does that even work? Well, anyway, the car cats have muscle cars, which I appreciate. Also, a little bit of platforming. And I think this might also be unique music, too. It's real wacky races going on here. But other than that, it's like, I was very hesitant to try and jump around on these cars because it was kind of, it seemed very precarious, but it's actually pretty safe. I mean, you still got like the edge gravity and everything that exists everywhere else when it comes to platforming, so you're not in too much danger of falling off, usually. Also, man, what are traffic laws like in CrossWorlds? Because I feel like, you know, what's even the point of having lanes if you're just going to be driving like that? Even the trucks are painted with flame decals. I can appreciate that sort of style. Anyway, once again, I did this several times just to try and get a really clean run going where I didn't die over and over. Still fell off occasionally, but I don't know what is up with my obsession with that. Got really bad in the next section, let me tell you. Where it's just like, I do not have too much. It was basically the same thing with the Goat Father, where I didn't have too much trouble fighting them just to win, but I wanted to do it good, though. Anyway, of course. You do get an entire little arena here, too. So yeah, first time I saw this, I didn't know what was going on. But really, it's like from that point, it becomes a lot more straightforward of a fight. Just pay attention to the little reticle. Weak to cold damage, so the whole like chilling ability is pretty much a given when you're fighting them. Just that throw attack is a little bit faster than it might seem, and yes, that is a Doc Brown reference right there. There it is, everybody. They did the Doc Brown reference. Because it's like we didn't get it before. I mean, of course, you'll see more of that even with the in the Monster Fibula as well. Aside from that, it really does not take a whole lot of damage if he's outside of like the vulnerable phase after doing an attack, basically. That said, it's a good thing that those the hitboxes on the whatever the bombs are not actually that large, because otherwise it would be fairly difficult to dodge around some of these attacks. Really, the thing that messed me up more than anything else is the fact that you do have, just after attacking, you do have that slight little lag time before you can do stuff like dodge well, considering I can't really, you know, cancel attacks with spinning here. Just not really an option when I would just immediately be falling off the cars. By the way, it's a good thing that these cars are apparently extremely tough. You would think that the whole, like, throwing heavy explosives on them over and over would do a little bit more, but nope. You do not lose cars in this fight. Really does a number on you when you get hit off there, too. Not only is it just a powerful attack, it's also like the fall damage itself. Alright, and I'm just continuously hitting them with the heart attacks to try and get, like, little bit extra damage there. I do not think it really does too much. Like I said, you've got to be in the vulnerable phase to be able to really do much of anything to him. And you see what I was talking about, where I'm just like, I just wanted to get a clean fight. Could I beat this one? Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be too difficult to just heal right now, but I want to, at the very least, not do it without healing. And come on. As long as you're just moving left or right, at least that one's easy to dodge. And there we go. I was honestly wondering if there was going to be another part to that, because a lot of the other missions have been kind of long. Especially like the Bergen one, but nope, that is it. I guess there is a question of where do you actually park these cars? I mean, I guess the cars are just there for, you know, gameplay purposes. I don't think anybody actually drives them, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But also, it's like, yeah, they did seem like there might have been a second part of the mission, but I don't think so. I check after this anyway. Then, of course, there is the records as well. Already saw the log that I got at the end of the game there. Well, let's at least check out, I don't know. Is there anything new in, like, here or anything? Calero Temple. Curve the pine trees. Pretty neat. There's the Omni Gliders, which you never got anything more about. Okay. Then, no, I want to look at the monster reveal. Here we go. Huge hostile crab. It's just... Hey, wait a second. Did I... Oh, yes, that one. I remember that one now. But I'm specifically looking for a level 60 fellow here or so. Here we are. Mecha Scorpion. Yep. That's about it. Gotta say, not too bad once I actually figured out how to fight the thing. You know. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyway. Also, Carcat. Of course. I'm honestly surprised there's not more references there. And then, speaking of more references... Futuristic, you say. Oh, yeah, and then I suppose I should also, yeah, Dorbus. Ancient God. I suppose so. Probably accurate. Ginthar. Ginthar was the guy that I was trying to think of. So next time, probably the final episode, I suppose. I do not really see too much more coming out of the game at this point in time.